Hello everyone, Smooth Frosty here, and today we are getting to a long-awaited project that should have been done, in all honesty, a long time ago. I can't believe it's taken this long to get to it, but in today's episode we are going to get our villager breeder up and running and probably going to work on our cow farm, both of which should have been done a long time ago. So stay tuned for this exciting episode on the Infinitry Minecraft server. I will see you soon. And we're back. I've just been informed by Algorithm that there appears to be a glitch with our nether portal, and the villagers won't actually step back through, so this is going to take a lot longer to get the villagers from the village over to the breeder that you see behind me. So yeah, I guess the only way we're going to be able to do it is by doing a monorail. So um, I think what I'll do is I will time lapse the whole monorail build, or I may skip it completely. I haven't quite decided yet. Yeah, we'll see how everything goes. I'll start recording now, and we'll just jump right in, I guess. So yeah, here we go. I mean, it's a little bit inconvenient that the nether glitch isn't working, and that I'm gonna have to transfer everybody by rail. I may actually have to slip over to algorithms and go and jack a bunch of powered rails off him if he has any. So I'm going to cut the video and I will be back once I've got some powered rails. I'll see you guys in a moment. And we are back. I ran over to algorithms. Take a look at this. I used his powered rail duper. We laughed, and when I went over and started using it, I had 0 powered rails, and now I've got over 9 full stacks, which should be more than enough to get from here all the way over to where our village is to get this set up, and I'll just use a boat to get them in the rest of the way. To get we only need 2, so it shouldn't be too long before we oh man, I love his powered rail duper. I mean, it was only 5 minutes. I was only over there less than 5 minutes, actually, less than 5 minutes, and I have over 9 full stacks of powered rails. I mean, that is absolutely ludicrous. It's absolutely amazing how well this works. If you guys don't know how it works, slide on over to Algorithm's channel. I'll put a card up on the video for his channel. I mean, man, this guy is a redstone genius. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start working on the monorail, and I'm gonna get the monorail up, and we will go from there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to time lapse it. I know where the village is, so it won't take that long to get to it. The only thing is that I do need to gather a bunch of redstone and make a bunch of sticks so that I can make redstone torches to power this. But so when that's done, I'll get started on the monorail, and we'll make a little station that comes down, and yeah, we'll go from there. I will see you guys in a moment. And we're back. So I think what I'm going to do is, because it's all downhill from here, I think I'll start the station here. And because I do have a boat, so once they're out of the station, I can just transfer them. Or you know what? Actually, I think I still have some glass. So what I could do is I could open up the roof here. Maybe. No, what I'll do is I'll make the station over here. We'll put them in the boat, and we will, we'll go from there. It should be pretty straightforward. Like I said, I am going to time lapse it. And I'm going to grab a bed before we go as well. Just that way, if I have to sleep, I can, because, well, I don't really want to be out in the daytime or out in the nighttime if I don't have to be. So with that being said, we're going to get started. So here we go. So we have successfully built the monorail track all the way over to the village. Now it's just a matter of laying down the tracks, heading back to the base. I'll have to grab some regular tracks for the way back so that we can, make the corners and stuff. But yeah, I brought a lot more resources than what I needed from the looks of it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. I think what I'm gonna do for the most part, I'll start the tracks here and try to get them up as much as possible, and just, you know, run them as far as I can until they no longer have power, and then what I'll have to do is just a block beside. And yeah, we'll go from there. And I'm going to time lapse this as well, heading back. And once we get our villagers, you know, in the minecart and on the way back, I will come back on fully and we'll go from there. So I will see you guys in a moment. So we have successfully brought all of the powered rails. Actually had some left over to spare. I always like that. Successfully hooked it up to the base. So now what I'm going to do, I've got 15 there, and I know I've got another 45 there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the corners and the spots where, you know, where the other things are going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a couple buttons before I leave, just that way, you know, that way I can get the powered rail activated when I need it, for both here and at the village. And we'll get that set up, and, you know, I'll run the rails all the way through, get all the corner pieces in. Actually, I'm going to go get the minecart. You know, I mean, I shouldn't really leave the house without the minecart yet. Or the boat, because I don't believe I have the boat on me either. I think the boat is actually downstairs in my mine. There's the minecart. No matter. I'll just, you know, quickly create another boat. Not a big deal. You know, because you can never have you can never have enough boats, to be honest. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll just run the rails, run back across. I'll likely have to sleep when I get there, which isn't that big of a deal. I mean, it is a village. There's hundreds of beds there, so not hundreds, but you know, there's plenty of beds there for you know, me to just kind of skip the night in. That's if I make it there before nighttime. I doubt I'm going to make it there before nighttime, but there are the spots where I've already slept, so you know, not an overly huge deal. You know, I can sleep in the trees again if I have to. You know, it's just a matter of getting everything set up, and you know, then I'll transport two of the villagers, get the village breeders set up, and next episode is probably going to be our iron farm. You know, get our iron farm set up because you know I've only got a stack and a half, maybe 2 stacks of iron right now, and that is not going to be enough, especially considering that I'm looking at upgrading the wool farm. I mean, we've only got one right now, and it's producing quite a bit, and I haven't started exploring, but once I start exploring, you know, and mapping, especially once I'm mapping and, you know, I need banners for stuff. I mean, I'm going to need different colored banners for a whole multitude of things. You know, like if, you know, if I find an outpost, you know, I want to mark the outpost with a black banner because, you know, the black banners are, you know, have everything color coded so that when I open my map, I know exactly what I'm looking at and where everything is and what everything is. So, you know, and then, you know, having renamed it with an anvil or, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I got rid of my other rails. Awesome. I put them away. I'm super special sometimes. Oh, and look, there's our first villager. So, you know, what I'll do is I'll get I'll convince a villager. I know I want a villager that does not have a job, and I know that sounds bad, but I want a villager like I know this guy here. You know, yeah, I want a villager that that doesn't have a job. Unfortunately, they're all really low. So, oh, look at that. We got a zombie coming out. Perfect. He's literally going to chase us into the sun. He seems super special, so you know we'll just take care of him. I should really board that up. Not that it matters, but there's someone that doesn't have a job. Hopefully he, you know, hopefully we can convince him to go up the hill. Oh, it doesn't look like it. You know, go up the hill. Get up the hill. Get up there. Run away from the zombie. There you go. Now that I'm on fire. Come on, guys. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. Oh, I hate these villagers. Villagers are so, they just seem to not want to listen to anything. You know, maybe I can find another one that's higher up. Because, I mean, unfortunately, boats only, like trying to go from a lower level. Oh, there. Oh, no. Come on back up here. Come on. Come on back up here. Come on. Come get me. Oh, you're going to go the other way. Of course you are. Yeah, unfortunately, villagers in boats, you can't go uphill with boats. You have to let them out. So, I mean, we're kind of at the mercy of these guys right now. I mean, there's a farmer villager over there, and I guess what I could do is go and break his workstation and get him in a boat because of where he is. That might work. So what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll plop the boat down, and here we go. Maybe not. Alrighty, so that was completely random and weird. Yeah, you know, I just got, I don't understand why that happened or why my boat broke. Uh, I don't know. I've never seen that before. Can you guys comment in the comments and let me know what exactly that was? Because that was kind of really weird. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it was, but let's see if we can get this guy. There we go. And we'll row him over and right over next to the minecart. And we'll take him over and, you know, get him into the minecart, get him over, and then get him out of the minecart. And, you know, we'll just break the boat. Get in there. Get in the... No, 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 no. Come on. Get in the minecart. Thank you. And we'll get him over to the house. We'll have to come back. We'll have to do this a second time. But I'm going to go ahead and just time lapse this until I get the second villager, and I will see you guys in a moment. And now our first villager is inside his amazing new home. I will change this back to glass afterwards. I'll have to grab some more sand to smelt into glass because I do not believe I have any. I'll just quickly double check here. You know, just for aesthetic purposes at the end, I have 2 glass. Of course, I only have 2 glass. Why wouldn't I have anything but 2 glass? You know, and I've got the iron door in there so that nothing can get in and he can't get out. I mean, this is going to be our, you know, our little breeder area. You know, I do have some carrots and stuff. I've got to get some farms going as well before I can get started. But my thought is, you know, I'll just clear out this area here and kind of get some farms going in that area. So that you know, I can get that stuff done. But I think what I'm going to do, I think what I'll do is I'll just quickly create a second minecart, just so that you know, it makes it just a little bit easier to get back, so that I don't need to run, because in all honesty I don't really want to run. You know, I can use the one minecart to get there. I'll have to sleep once I get there, but you know, not an overly huge deal. We'll get the village breeder going, and after that, yeah, we'll yeah, so I'll cut the video here, and I'll come back on once I've got the second video back. I'll see you guys in a moment. And we're back, and oh my goodness, was that ever a trial trying to get this second villager in here. Like, oh my goodness, it took almost 2 full days in game to be able to get them in. You know, it was quite ridiculous. It was quite a trial. So now, like I said, I do have some carrots, but I don't have a lot. So now the next step is going to be to get all these carrots planted and growing. Just that way I have an abundance of carrots because I plan on making one of these villagers a farmer villager anyways. That way I get, I'm going to end up getting, they're going to trade amongst themselves and it'll make breeding a lot easier. But for now, it's just going to be just those two for now. I'm not going to worry about name tagging them or anything. They're not going to go anywhere. They'll stay there permanently. And there is more than enough light in there that, nothing is going to spawn. But yeah, so that trial is done, I mean, we finally have the villagers for our villager farm. So, the next step, like I said, other than the carrots, which I am not going to do right now, the next step is going to be to get our cow farm going. And our cow farm is going to be pretty straightforward. I think I'm going to do it right here. And, I'm going to do the hole in the ground kind of design because it's a lot easier. I mean, we have quite a few cows around. So, and I do have enough wheat that I can get started on that because this should have been something that was done a long time ago, but unfortunately it just it didn't work out that way. So yeah. We're gonna need a dispenser. We're gonna need a couple. We're gonna need one trap door. We are gonna need more than one fence, but that it's gonna be pretty straightforward to do. Uh, yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll get started on that. We'll get the cow farm up and running really quick as well. Uh, I'm just kind of thinking, yeah, I kind of lost track of what I'm doing. Wood, there it is. That's what I need. Yeah, so I'll get our trap door up and running. And then, I'll get the dispenser in, get a bucket of water. I'm sure you guys have seen this design before. It's been done several times. So, we're going to need 3 signs, a dispenser, and a bucket of water. And I know I have a bucket here that I can get a bucket of water for. And then we're going to need some wheat to draw them over. So, there's actually a little trick for getting them into the area. It is kind of simple to do, but I don't think I have enough space to be able to do it. So, I'll just do the simple one because I've got 1, 2, 3. 4. I've got a bunch of cows around here, so I think what I'll do is I'll clear this area here out and we'll put the cow farm right in this area, just so that it's somewhere half decent, close to the base, and that clears up more space anyways. And eventually this entire area is going to be terraformed. I mean, I'm going to transform this entire area. So, terraforming is kind of, it's kind of relaxing, to be honest. So, what we'll do, the melon farm is there. So, we'll come out right here. So we'll have to put the farm right here. Switch over to my pick here. I know, don't dig straight down. I'm kind of being a little bit special. Because we are going to have a door on this. So, you know, all I'm doing right now is literally just coming so that I'm out to where, yeah, that is a little bit farther than what I wanted, but I guess what I'll do is I'll use a trap door here. I'll just put one of the trap doors right there, and that'll be our entrance. I'll need to go and get one ladder anyways. I can do that quickly. Get the ladder in, clear out the other area that needs to be cleared out. And I do need a couple fences as well. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to get this all up and running. So yeah, we'll make one ladder. And then I need 2 fences, at least 2. That'll give us 3. That's more than enough. Dispenser, and we're going to need a bucket of water as well. And then we're going to need a lever. Now, something that I found that works a little bit better, actually, is a pressure plate. And the reason why I say a pressure plate is because if you walk up to where, you know, if you walk up to where this is, you know, and like I said, like this cow farm, it's going to be a manual kill cow farm. I mean, it's not, it's not anything special. You know, it's just a simple little cow farm. So yeah, manual kill, or manual slaughter, if that's what you want to call it. You know, you put the one ladder right there. This will still close, but nothing will be able to get out. So we've got that there. You know, your dispenser goes in there facing that way. This goes right there. And then you just clear out this area right here. Like I said, I'm sure you guys have seen this before. It's not a new design, but it is very, very, very effective. And what I like to do is I like to clear this out just a little bit more, just keeping that one in the top. Just making this essentially a 3x3 room with the exception of that block there. Then you're going to get your signs. One sign there. One sign there, one sign there. Now when your water bucket goes in, it will not spill anywhere, and you just lure your cows down into this area. They'll stand on top of here, and when you put your pressure plate over there, they'll bounce up and down to be able to, you know, for you to be able to breed them. So, you know, that's essentially the farm built. I just got to go get the get the water put in, and then, you know, lure the cows over to their new permanent home. I should really put a pathway in. I'm so tired of jumping up and down. I mean, it consumes so much food, and I mean that's kind of the reason why I'm getting this done anyways, is yeah. So as you can see, the water doesn't go anywhere, but once you get the cows in, you got a fence on top of them. They'll bob up and down. You just come and stand on it, and then you just walk off. You know, you just got to touch it again. Something else that you can do is, you know, if you're coming from whatever area, it doesn't really matter. You can use a lever or you can use a button. It doesn't really matter. A lot of people like to use buttons because buttons, it's, you click it and then to turn it on, you click it again to turn it off. But yeah, I'm just going to use that. I mean, it's not a big deal. So now we'll start getting our cows. So we'll start with this guy over here, and he is actually too high up. He will not chase us. So, just come and break it, and then, he will follow us right to his permanent home. We'll try to do these as much as possible one at a time because it can be a pain in the butt getting them in to their, where they're going to stay. So, basically, a lot of the times you just have to push them into where they're going, just like that. And he will not fall down. He will stay there forever now. They will not disappear. Here comes this guy. Come on. Come on. I'd like to get all of the cows in this immediate area in here. It just, makes it, in terms of breeding, makes it just that much easier. Now, what we don't want is we don't want these sheep coming in. So, yeah, you can go away. I mean, I would have liked to keep the sheep. I mean, he was, it saves on dye when they're already a different color. But, I mean, I do have ink sacs. I can create black dye. So, and, I'm sure they'll regenerate eventually anyways. So it looks like we have six cows in this area, which is kind of nice. It's going to make it so that, each time you breed them, you will get 3 babies. And they'll be able to breed every so often. So, it just makes it, we're never going to have to worry about leather or, never going to have to worry about leather or beef again, or food. Oh, of course you would walk on that. Why wouldn't you walk on that? You dumb cow. And of course, right back onto it. So let's stop stepping on the damn pressure plate. Seriously. Oh my goodness. Sometimes these cows just drive you insane. Come on, get in there. See, that's the only problem. Like, they will fit. It's just they're a little bit iffy getting in. So, we'll go after this guy next. And when you're knocking them down, just make sure that you're not bringing them down too many at a time. Otherwise, they will get hurt. And, we don't really want that. So, and now that we have carrots, I can breed these pigs as well and get a pig crusher going. But I don't really... Pigs only drop pork. So, I mean, it's not really worth my time to do it. Because, they only drop pork. And, cows, on the other hand, drop... they drop beef and they drop leather, and both of which are important. I mean, cooked beef is by far, in terms of sheer value and obtainability, is by far the best food in the game. So, that's kind of my opinion. Oh, stop stepping on that. And yeah, unfortunately, it does, sometimes they glitch out a little bit and they won't fall in. You have to, okay, I'm just gonna get rid of this for now. I'll put that on afterwards. Oh, come on. Just get in there. Some of them, they just don't cooperate no matter what you do. They just will not cooperate. And it's it, and it kind of reminds me of being at that village, trying to get that second villager. I mean, I ended up giving up on the one villager just because, it was ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, he just, no matter what I did, he wouldn't get in. There he goes. So that's 4 in there. I'm going to go quickly sleep and turn it to daytime, and then we will we'll get the other 2, and then we'll breed these guys up, and we'll get 3 down in the bottom. Now, one thing that you can do temporarily if you want to, and I would recommend this, if you have that open, you know, so that, you know, or if you have that up, what you can do is you can get something else. So for instance, another sign right there, and that sign, oops, that sign will actually prevent, in theory, it's supposed to prevent the baby cows from getting out. But I mean, 6 for now is more than enough. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have just kept it the way it was and put everything in afterwards, but I didn't do that just simply because, well, you know, I decided against it. I think that's 4 or 5 in there now. I don't see the other one that was up here. I know there was one up here as well, but I'm not seeing him. I got the 2 over there. I think I've got 4 in there for now. Yeah. Yeah, I think the 4 is going to have to do for now. Oh, there. Okay, there's another one and another one over there. Perfect. That's where he went. He had already come down. So I'll get him and I'll get the other guy and I'll get them in, and I will see you when that's done. And we're back. So, you know, I got those other cows in. So, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that down. And now I'm going to breed them up. And by the time I'm done, we should have 3 little baby cows down on the bottom. And I'm going to breed them up and just continue to breed them and continue to breed them until that entire place is full. The other thing I'm going to do is, like, I don't need the fence gate or the fence posts, as you see. It's just for a little bit of added security if you absolutely want it. You know, I mean, it's not necessary to have it. I like having it. It just makes it so that they don't get out. There's no possible way, and it's literally just a single fence post over top, you know. Like I said, this is not a new design. It's a relatively old design. And we have 3 baby cows, which is exactly what we should have. So I'll just get this area lit up, and that will be, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I mean, we got quite a bit accomplished today. I mean, we got our villagers in for our village breeder, and then we got I don't have any torches. Oh, I guess I'll run down here and make a couple torches. And yeah, you know, we got quite a bit accomplished. We got 2 villagers for our village breeder. And I mean, that was difficult. I mean, you know, not just the monorail part. I mean, you know, building the monorail was difficult as it was, having to go through the forest and knock trees down and whatever else and getting it above. But then, you know, I mean, the villagers, the first villager, the ones that I did on camera, like you guys, like he got in pretty easy. He went into the cart, no problem. But these other guys, I mean, oh my goodness. It was like you couldn't pay this guy to get into, you know, the mine carts. So, you know, yeah. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. I hope I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, drop a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And I will see you next time. As always, everyone, stay frosty.